Greetings and welcome to Careful Conversations at the Kitchen Table. My name is Jane Barton and I serve as the Caregiving Ambassador for AARP Colorado, the sponsor of this program. Thanks for joining me today to chat about the journey of caregiving from the inside out. Today, if you are a caregiver, I'm going to reiterate a message I'm sure you heard over and over and over again, and that is that self-care is mandatory if you are a caregiver. It's not just something that would be nice. It's not something that you might consider doing. In my world, self-care is not optional. Because if we as caregivers are to care well, we must be well. And in order to do that, you have to embrace self-care. Now, having been a caregiver many times in my life, I realize that oftentimes we get so busy caring for our loved ones that we think we have no time. It's not selfish to take a little bit of time to care for ourselves. In fact, that is selfless, because in the long run it allows us to be a caregiver for as long as we are required to care for our loved ones. So today I'm going to keep singing the common chorus that I'm sure you've heard from family and friends and things you've read on the internet. Now, some of these suggestions are a little problematic for me because they're not realistic. Such as, oh, you need to sleep more, you need to eat better food, get more exercise, socialize more, have fun, relax. Sound familiar? I know, and if you are in the trenches of caregiving, you are hearing this and you are thinking, seriously? Seriously, you think I have time to go for an hour-long walk? Well, when people make that suggestion, what it actually reflects is they don't get it. They don't understand your situation. Now, I'm not saying they are saying this out of turn. They really care for you, but they need to understand what is realistic for you, to offer something that you do have time for. And so today I have, I think, what is a very realistic suggestion that I learned from a caregiver in the trenches many years ago. I met this woman at a conference, and when I introduced myself, she said she was a caregiver, and I said, what's your current situation? And she said, well, I'm caring for 3 family members, all at the same time. Plus, this woman worked full time. Now, what was amazing about this woman is that she absolutely glowed with positivity. She was joyful. And I asked her how she achieved that with all the responsibilities she was juggling. And she said, oh, I do it 5 minutes a day. And I said, well, what's the secret to that 5-minute plan? And she said, I do something that I love. I find 5 minutes every day to listen to music, and that sustains me. Now, I challenged her. I said, well, you need to add to that 5 minutes. You're worth 10 minutes. And once you have 10 minutes, add another 5 minutes. You're worth 15 minutes. But what her story reflected to me was that self-care, to do it and to do it well, it has to be attainable. It has to be possible, and it has to be something you enjoy. So I want you to consider these options, these questions. What is it that fills you up? What brings you joy? And what soothes your soul? And once you've identified that, then determine, is it attainable and is it possible? And if it is, start investing in yourself. 5 minutes a day, that's the starting point. Now, if the woman I met at the conference could find 5 minutes a day, I'm hopeful that you can as well, because this is so incredibly important. Taking a break, again, is not a luxury, it's a necessity, because a wee rest is good for the body, the mind, and the spirit, and it will allow you to continue to care for the person that you love. And ultimately, self-care is time well invested. It's time well spent. And you need to remember, you are worth it. So I thank you for stopping by the kitchen table today. If you need additional information on any aspect of caregiving, please check out the AARP Caregiving Resource Center, aarp.org/caregiving. Or you can check out my website at cardinallife.com to discover upcoming caregiving events in your community. Take good care, and I look forward to continuing the careful conversations at the kitchen table with you at a very near future. Thank you.